Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Avery Alexander Hadley, and this is me giving all praise, all glory, all honor to my Creator, the Most High God. Um, we are in summertime of 2022 as I'm recording this, and this is based off of the calendar that I learned in America. This isn't based off of any other calendar where we might be a couple years back than what I think we are or whatever. Uh, the point is, we have to understand who we are. That's where I'm at right now. Like learning who I am as a person, what I like, what I believe in, what I don't believe in, who I connect to, who I don't connect to. And you gotta realize who your Timones are, who your Pumbas are, who, you know, your Rafikis are, who your Nalas are, and especially who's your Scars. Because one thing about it, when when the king of the jungle leaves, or if you have to be that king of the jungle from an early age, that's when that pressure hit. That's when that it's real. That's when you gotta lock in. And for me right now, I'm trying to lock in on whatever I need to do. I'm trying to single out what I want to do, what I want to accomplish in this life before I leave. And I'm going to do that, and I'm going to accomplish what I'm supposed to accomplish, big or small, at whatever magnitude I'm supposed to do before I leave. Once I feel comfortable, I'll be ready to go. Whether I have to be here for another 20 years or I'll get sent away or whatever happens. I've read about what's going to happen. I've seen certain things, I hear certain things, I see certain things, I feel certain things. I believe in certain things, but I also understand that there's origins to things, there's myths to things, there's mystical things to things, there's folklore to things, there's allegory, there's similes, metaphors, things that are like this, hidden codes and messages and, you know, different stick talk and all different types of stuff. Ancient time talk in the midst of all this stuff. There's different beliefs, theologies, religions, cults, practices, and then there's freedom, whatever that means to whoever. And so as I try to balance all this stuff out that is in my head and I try to process it, I navigate and figure out what applies to me and what's true to me and what I've seen and what I've accomplished and what I set out to do, and I move forward. So from me to you, I say move forward in whatever you're going to do at your pace. Don't let nobody rush you. Like for a long time, people didn't want me, or my dad didn't want me with this hair. And when I started growing my hair out and to dreads around 2017, they had people I worked with when I was still in school that didn't like my hair. This is no shot at them, but there's people around me that didn't like me for me and what I look like naturally. You know, people want to clown on that or be offended by that or pick at it or whatever. And that just goes to show a lot of people in a certain perspective might be intimidated by the real me or the real you. Some people are intimidated by the real them. Like if they didn't get a haircut, if they was had to be on the street for a day or for a little while, that's where the real you. Everybody claim they're a hustler, a swindler, or whatever. That's when the real you shows. Whether you are you gonna stick to your morals when it get push come to shove. Who are you really? Find out who you are. The point is, find out who you are. And it may take time. They got people that's 40, still don't know what they want to do. 30, still figuring out life, apparently. Or that could just be me listening to it all. And they could just be making me feel like I'm comfortable and I shouldn't elevate or whatever. But the point is, just be yourself. Be yourself in this world. If they call you schizophrenic, good. If they say you have acute psychosis, good. If they say you got depression, good. If they say you're mentally ill and sick, good. Because you know what that means? You're a product of your environment. You're not scared to voice it. Whether I'm a product of riches or the product of the trenches or the product of both, because of what I seen, saw, experienced, felt, it's me. You did? It's me. And I have to tune into my channel every day. I feel like life is already, it's already constructed. It's already done. Like I'm just playing it out. Even me talking to this camera when nobody's around. At one point, I couldn't even talk to a camera. At one point, I didn't know what to say. At one point, I didn't know what to do. But now it's just on automation. And I don't know, I sold my soul shit or no crazy stuff like that. Excuse my French. But on some like, I'm figuring out who I am and what I was meant to do, what I was meant to be. You know, when I was young, my mom was telling me I should do YouTube because I was doing gaming and I wanted to do YouTube at the time. That's when like Oprah Side and Soluminati and Cash Nasty and Fredo Boy and all those 2K YouTubers, Agent was gonna start starting. It's around that time. All those people, you know, they got so many like gaming YouTubers, you know, and it's like when it's supposed to happen, it's gonna happen. But point is, it's like stuff that I was been supposed to do, I'm doing now. And it's stuff that I prayed for then that's happening now. So don't rush your time. Be comfortable with who you are. Let nobody judge you, call you crazy or whatever. And if you're growing up in a church, I'm not shooting or knocking any church, any pastor, any congregation. Yes, there's the story of David, there's the story of Samson, there's the story of so many different prophets and people. There's the, you know, there's the life or lives of these people, the life of Jesus accounted for in this Bible, Miriam and Mary and Adam and Eve and Methuselah and Enoch and all these people in these different books. And there's accounts of every different kind of person, and it's from a certain person's perspective and narrative. So be careful when you're reading these books. At the end of the day, or watching TV and these shows, watching all this stuff, at the end of the day, you have to be yourself. At the end of the day, you have to be your own individual. And you may have a blend of a little bit of everything or a little bit of something, and you might be well-rounded. And that's what makes you unique. So I'm encouraging y'all, don't get discouraged. Don't let nobody put you out your element and put you down. Like, for real, if they calling you schizophrenic or crazy, bro, you tapped in for real. Nothing wrong with you. I gotta tell myself that sometimes. I'll be like, shit, man. I'm hearing stuff. I'm having conversations. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And I've been a dreamer and low-key been having visions for a while and different stuff. People call me a prophet or want to say I'm going to be a prophet or I'm a Nabi or a Chose or a seer or whatever. To be honest, I don't even want to step up to the plate. At first I did. At first I wanted to preach. At first I wanted to do this and that 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 and that. Now it's just, I want to be myself. I don't want nobody's labels. If I got something to say, I say it. My perspective, I have a set of morals that I grew up with, but my perspective and my understanding and me looking at spectrums from the outside in, inside out, around in different dimensions from 1D, 2D, 3D to 9D, whatever, that's where I'm at. So I don't even know how people can sit up and be a judge nowadays. Like, you got to look at the reason why somebody did something, and then you got to go back to a law that's set in stone. This is, you feel me? So the point is, be yourself, love others, especially love God and love others. You're not going to be able to truly love and help others if you can't love and help yourself. If you can't pick up your own bed and walk, how you going to do for others? That means if you're not able to get up in the morning and operate, or to be able to speak life into somebody, how you going to, you're not doing it for yourself, how you going to do it for others? Your self-esteem and your confidence and your attitude on life has to be somewhat decent or somewhat right. And then there's also, you can get up and do stuff for others and not concern yourself, not treat yourself right, but how long are you going to last that way? You have to find balance. That way you could be able to. Jesus went out into the forest, in the wilderness. Sometimes he went away to cry. He went, apparently, people's narratives. Once again, I never seen Jesus do some of this stuff. I never seen some people do some of these things. I ain't saying it never happened or it wasn't real, but you gotta take everything a little bit, everything with a grain of salt. Go to God about it. Pray about it. That's what I say. And keep moving forward. If you're gonna go to school, get your degree. If you're gonna do, whatever you're gonna do on this earth, go and do it. If you're gonna be called a nutcase and you're not gonna be considered normal or accepted by society, hey man, we all got a place to go, heaven or hell, like Don Toliver said on After Party. And that song, there's a literal sense, and we could take it at face value. Then there could be a deeper meaning to that song potentially, and that's what a lot of stuff could be premeditated and deeper in thought, and it's our own language and different things. But I'm not trying to go deep down a rabbit hole with y'all. Point is, love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Yes, sir. I love y'all. I'm throwing up devil's horns, or I could be throwing up the Texas, because I'm in Texas right now. You feel me? I ain't doing that. Or this. Throwing that peace sign up. That love. I could. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. But I'm in Texas right now, so I'm gonna throw that up. But I don't worship the devil, to my knowledge. So, God bless y'all. I love y'all. My dreads done got a little longer since the last time I done been on here, and I done got a little twist. I like it the freeform way. Majority looking, I like that afro dread look. It's lit. But yeah. One day at a time, one step at a time. Rome wasn't built in one day, I heard. So keep pushing. Love y'all. I'm out.